Jesus did not save himself because that was precisely his mission, to sacrifice himself for the salvation of others. His refusal to come down from the cross was not a moment of weakness, but the ultimate act of obedience, power, and love. Jesus' primary purpose for coming to earth was to willingly lay down his life. His prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane, "Not my will, but yours be done," Luke 22, verse 42, demonstrates his commitment to his Father's plan, even though he dreaded the suffering. His death was not an accident or a failure of power, but the necessary event prophesied throughout the Old Testament, e.g., Isaiah 53. If he had saved himself, he would have nullified the entire purpose of his incarnation. Humanity's sin creates a separation from a holy God, and the penalty for that sin is death. Romans 6, verse 23. God's justice requires this penalty. Because humans cannot pay the penalty and restore the relationship with God themselves, Jesus, who Christians believe is both fully God and fully human, stepped in as a perfect, sinless substitute. He took the punishment we deserved, spiritual and physical death, so that we could be reconciled to God. The mockers at the cross said, "He saved others. Himself he cannot save." Matthew 27, verse 42. The theological irony is that they were speaking a profound truth. If he had saved himself, he could not have saved others. His inability to save himself was the only path to his ability to save the world. The question, why didn't Jesus save himself, has a single, powerful answer. Because saving himself would have meant the failure of his entire mission, and thus, the failure to save humanity. His death was not a sign of weakness or a mistake, but a voluntary, necessary act of obedience to God's plan. He chose to absorb the penalty for humanity's actions, sin, by dying, so that those who believe in him could be reconciled with God. In short, he couldn't save others unless he refused to save himself. It is all about Jesus.